What's good? It's your boy T,
Yo, it's Whit
and this is the 33rd episode.
of the Bone and Bone podcast.
Feels good to be back. 2 weeks in a row. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of who?
You.
Oh.
The people said it wasn't possible. They said there's no way you could get Whit in there 2 weeks in a row.
Now I'm here.
They said your schedule was too crazy. They said I couldn't do it.
I'm here.
How you feeling?
I feel good this morning.
Feeling blessed?
Of course.
You look good.
Thanks. So do you.
You know, good shirt day. You know what I'm saying? Good tea. Just
Been
for
in
the
the
pod.
gym?
Just for the
No.
pod. No, I'm not even gonna lie to the people. This pregnancy been tough. Trying to beat it though. Welcome back. It's the 33rd episode of the Bold and Blend podcast.
Didn't think we'd make it this far.
I did. 33 a good number too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cause
That's Kobe High School number.
was it? That's a sign.
Also Jesus, Jesus number. Alright. We got a lot to talk about today. First, we want to start off with, let's talk about the South first.
Or T's thought of the week.
You want to start with T's thought of the week first?
Or it's up
Get
to
it out
you.
the way.
Yeah.
Alright, we can start with T's thought of the week. T's thought this week is, so I tweeted something yesterday and posted it on Facebook and on Instagram, I think. I gave him the trifecta. I thought it was worth it, you know what I'm saying?
And it was.
It was worth it. So I tweeted something and a lot of people reacted to it. I said, let me save you some time and stress. Only seek validation from God. It will make your life way easier.
Facts.
Right?
All facts.
Facts. So for my thought this week, I just wanted to expound on that a little bit. It really don't need a lot of explanation, but when you only seek validation from God, then it relieves so much pressure and stress of trying to impress other people, right?
I agree.
Because I feel like when I started living that way, it made everything way easier. Because you don't got to worry about, man, I wonder what they going to think about this. I wonder what they going to think about this. Should I be doing this? Or, man, I'm going to work extra hard because I want them to tell me good job. When in reality, that good job may never come. But as long as you pleasing God and whatever you're doing, I think that's all that matters. Yeah, that's all that matters. So, and another thing I always think about, right, is nobody really knows your worth except God. Right? That's a whole separate thought of the week. I should say that for next week. You know what I'm saying? That's a little spillover. I might have to run that back.
2 and 1.
Yeah, I might have to run that back. But nah, nobody really knows your worth but God, right? So people don't really know how to value you anyway. So even if you're the best at something or you the dopest thing at doing something and you bring so much value to something, people are not going to recognize that or appreciate that until it's too late anyway.
That kind of goes with what we're going to talk about later too.
That's true. It does. So don't even look for value and for validation from other people. God is really the only one that can provide you that, because everybody else, they can't really judge your worth anyway.
Right.
Even your own partner sometimes, or even your own parents or your own family, they can't see your true value until it's too late. Because sometimes and what's funny is sometimes people that's closest to you see less of your value than people that you just met. Because when you're so close to something, it's hard to recognize how much it's worth because you're so used to it.
Yeah. That's very true.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I do have some stuff to say about that later too.
Okay.
So But I do want to talk about what the real world right now.
Yeah, Real World. MTV. What's he?
I did used to watch that. We was young. We was probably too young to be watching that.
Real World used to be wild. They shouldn't have had a lot of that stuff on
Yeah.
TV, but nah. It was, looking back, it was kind of corny too.
Yeah.
But I was in middle school, so I didn't care. But yeah, we want to talk about the real world. Let's get into it.
Well, we celebrated our 10th Valentines.
We did. We
On
celebrated
Friday.
our 10th Valentine's Day together. How was it? Huh? Tell them what I did. Tell them what I did. Tell them what I did. I ain't do nothing.
No, it's just. I'm not saying it's not the same, but like we've been together for like me and T go out to eat all the time, so it's nothing special.
Wow.
Unless he's coming with a big gift or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I gave you a big gift already. I gave you a few big gifts.
You did.
I'm big gifted out. Any more big gifts, we're gonna have to pack this thing. We're gonna have to pack all this up and move out.
No, but I don't know. I feel like Valentine's.
It was a little weird this year.
Yeah, of course.
It was the first COVID Valentine's because we kind of caught COVID. We kind of
Right after.
No, we didn't catch COVID, but we kind of got into COVID last year after Valentine's
Like
Day.
literally right after, yeah.
So this year was the first one with like COVID guidelines and real COVID out here. So, because normally we like to get a little room or something for Valentine's Day. We live in Vegas, so it's a million hotels to choose from.
Drinking ain't the same no more with me.
Yeah,
And it ain't fun for you.
Yeah,
Drinking by yourself.
We basically both been like sober since you got pregnant.
Yeah.
So we don't drink.
I mean, like.
We ain't drink a lot before though.
No, we didn't, but on socially.
Yeah, socially. Yeah.
But to me, like Valentine's Day is just more fun, I guess. Like when you start off dating.
Think so?
I think so.
I think so too. I'm not gonna lie.
Cause like you just get excited and.
We'd be wrong if we sit up here and lie and act like.
Yeah, it's just a regular day for us.
Yeah.
Cause
it's 365.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's
go
not.
out to eat all the time. I mean.
It is hard to make it different though. Like the longer you in it, like what's really special? I could buy you some flowers.
Personally, I don't really care for flowers.
Right. Whitney gonna tell me it's a waste of money if I get her flowers.
I know a lot of girls like flowers, but me, I could care less.
Exactly. So I could buy you a gift, but even buying gifts not the same because if I buy you a pair of shoes or a shirt or something, like you buy that all the time anyway.
I was gonna say it's a regular day.
Yeah. So
it's not like he telling me, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful."
I didn't tell you that.
You did, but then you didn't. You know how like when you go pick your girlfriend up and go to dinner, we stepping out the same house.
Yeah. We stepping out the same house. We going to pick the kids up afterwards.
Like you already seen me
like
getting dressed. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people 10 years in, 15 years in, still take it like it's the best day.
Best day ever.
I don't really care. I think I like my anniversary better than Valentine's.
I could feel that. We normally travel on our anniversary though. That's probably why you like that better.
True.
But yeah, overall Valentine's Day went good. Had some good food. Good conversation, yeah. Regular though. We always eat good.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we always eat good food. So hopefully everybody else's Valentine's Day went good. I saw a lot of people renting like the rooms or going on a trip with the roses on the ground, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So
you like that?
much, I really don't care for that. I really don't.
That's like the go-to move though. Is rent the room, put a whole bunch of rose petals on the ground, going up to the bed with the heart on the bed.
Candles lit.
You cleaning all that up though? I light a candle because I can just blow that out. But
yeah, I don't really care for it. But if you do that one day, I'll be posting it too.
it's kind of played out now. That's probably why I don't really care for it, because you don't care for it as far
Yeah.
as like the rose petals and all that.
Cause I just don't really care for flowers. Maybe
Yeah,
that might be it.
I don't care for like big things. People probably think like we like to like do stuff and put it on video, like to show people, but I don't really care for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, moving along though. What else has been going on?
Saturday.
Saturday.
We had a what do you call that? Rained windstorm.
Yeah. So Saturday we went to eat Friday night for Valentine's Day. Saturday we had a photo shoot planned for the girls.
Right, because they dropped some new merch.
They dropped some new stuff on the site. Some purses and stuff that they wanted to make. We've been trying to help them make it for a while, so they finally dropped it. And we was going to do the photo shoot Saturday. Because, I mean, we're the type of people, we like to make stuff happen. So it was like we was going to pull up, do the photo shoot, post it right after, and let the stuff go live, whatever. But here in Las Vegas, Saturday out of nowhere, a hurricane, something hit. It went crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So like I would say like 9, 10 o'clock, I had ran to Target. It was a little breezy, but it was fine.
The sun was out.
Yeah, the sun was out. And then, I don't know, around midday, 11, 12 or something, right before we left the house, it just started raining.
Windy.
Super windy. Sounded like stuff was moving.
And our patio set like moved.
Yeah, that's how I know it was extra windy, because our backyard stuff was actually moving like off the ground. And then we started getting like a whole bunch of stuff in the neighbor's backyard blowing into our backyard.
That was funny.
Right, so it was like a full storm hit, and we didn't realize how bad it was until we left the house like an hour or two later.
Right after it happened.
Yeah, because it calmed down, so we like, all right, let's still go do it. And when we left, it was so many trees that had literally...
Like what do you call it, roots?
Yeah, it came up out of the ground. Yeah. So a lot of trees fell over.
It was bad. And then I saw like all over social media how like some stuff was like signs was falling.
Messed up. Yeah. A lot of people, trees fell in their yard. Some people, trees fell and hit somebody else's house. Yeah.
It was bad. It was different.
Really it was different. That's not normal for Vegas. That's not normal for Vegas. And then, I mean, we tried to go do the photo shoot.
It was still windy.
It was still too windy.
Even though the sun was out, it was still windy.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah. So,
it was just a weird vibe.
It was.
Weird Saturday.
I don't know. And then when you take that, what's going on in Las Vegas, which we normally have, like great weather for the most part. And then you look at what's going on down south right now with Texas and all those states down there that's going through the snowstorm.
Prayers up to them, because they are not used to that.
Yeah, prayers out to all our friends in Dallas and Houston. I didn't realize we knew so many people that live in Texas until people kept posting
I have family members down there, good friends. I'm just mind blown. Like the videos and pictures I've seen, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, definitely. So one, prayers and best wishes to everybody out there, just to start. It's a sad thing to see, because I saw somebody else posted that I follow, and it was good. It was good advice what he was saying. Basically, he was talking about how everybody sees like the snow and everything, because at first, the first couple of days, it was a lot of people posting like, look at the snow, doing crazy stuff, you know what I mean, like playing snowball fights, all that stuff, and which is great for people that normally don't get snow. Snow is fun,
right?
Like how we got some. Yeah, so snow is fun for a minute, but he was also talking about how, because this person lived in the Midwest, he was talking about once the fun part stops and it's a real snowstorm and you're stuck in the house and your power goes out and your water don't work, how dangerous it can be.
Right.
Especially if it lasts for a week or two. Because some people got newborn babies, people got kids, people got seniors that need certain stuff. And if you don't have electricity, it's hard to live.
Just the little stuff like, of course you want your phone. How are you gonna charge your phone?
Right. Charging your phone, cooking.
And them not being used to being like cold.
Yeah. So if you stuck in the house with no heat for 3 days and it's 10 degrees in your house, you can pass away from stuff like that. Yeah.
Global warming, it's real, and I feel like we don't take it
serious
at all.
Yeah. And I ain't even gonna lie. I used to be one of the people that'd be like, you know, yeah, global warming real, but we can't do nothing about it. At this point, I do feel like something has to be done because clearly something's affecting the weather. Either it's global warming or it's God. Either way, the world is in trouble if something don't get right. Yeah, because I mean, if you just look back 30, 40, 50 years ago, some of these weather extremes was not happening like that, right?
No, the last few years just been like out of control. Yeah,
like even in Vegas, you would go, I think it was like a 10 years drought before there was any snow. Like, and now it's like a little snowstorm once or twice a year in Vegas, and then it'll be like 180 degrees the next week,
right.
Like, and then I mean you look at Texas, places that never have gotten snow,
like they go
it's
through
a snowstorm, like blizzard.
They go through, was it hurricanes?
Right, tornadoes.
But the
and stuff
snow and coldness.
Yeah,
is a little different. So prayers up to our friends and family.
Right.
Who are down there.
Prayers up to everybody out there.
Hopefully they get power, because I saw a few posts about like the fast food, like I guess only a few fast foods are open, and the lines are like long, hours
like 2-3 hours
yeah.
to get some McDonald's.
Because I'm sure people are ordering
20 sandwiches,
more.
30 sandwiches. And I mean, can you blame people trying to go into like life save mode, so they just trying to store up on whatever they can. And then I saw, I mean, I don't even know if people's toilets and everything is working properly.
Yeah, because I mean,
you can't
it
shower.
could freeze. Like, it's water in there, so I'm sure how cold it is, it could freeze. Like, my sister, who lives in Chicago, they had a bad snowstorm, like, this past weekend, and, like, their faucet froze and everything. Because they went out, well, I guess it was kind of their fault, though. They went out of town and came back, and they, I guess, turned the heat off.
While they was gone?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they came back to everything frozen.
How did they get unfrozen?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her though.
I mean, I've been seeing videos of the people in Texas where they stuff is shut off and the pipes get frozen, but then once it starts like unthawing, it just flooding the house because now the pipes is messed up. So I don't know, man. I want to say Texas was unprepared, but a lot of states, unless you live in the Midwest or like real East Coast,
I was like, who is prepared?
Most states is unprepared for stuff like that. Like, I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see.
Hopefully powers are back on today, tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully everything's straightened out. Yeah, good luck to all our people down there. If you could get out, get out. Can they get out?
I was just gonna say, can they like leave? Get on the airplane and come back home or something? I don't know.
I mean, some people that is home though, so I don't know. Good luck though to everybody out there. And then you spoke about your sister. I feel like you should congratulate your other sister.
Oh yeah, my little sister. First time mom had her baby girl.
She did. Congrats.
Now my mom has like 9 grandkids. That sounds like a lot.
That is a lot.
Sounds like
a lot. And it's only funny because Whitney mom is like the youngest grandma. Like
she
her personality. Like yeah, she act like she's 22.
But
and she looks super young too.
So me and my sisters, both my sisters are all pregnant at the same time.
Kind of weird.
Quarantine. It is a little weird though. Yeah. Congratulations to my sister and her fiance.
Yeah.
I guess they did it right or no? Does it count if they're engaged?
They've been together a long time.
Yeah, they've been together way like
before
a year before us. Yeah, so.
Yeah. So Congrats to them. Have a beautiful baby. And then you got a beautiful baby coming.
On the way.
And your older sister got a beautiful baby coming.
Yeah. All three of us.
Wow. Quarantine was busy, man. Quarantine was busy. So I think we should get on to our main topic for the day. So
we saw a lot of discussion.
We did.
On the gram.
We saw a lot of discussion on the gram, on all our social mediums, talking about this new movie that was out, right? And the movie is Malcolm and Marie, which I'm not sure if it's based on like a real story or a play or something. It reminds me like a play vibe.
Right.
Like it looks like a play that was written or something that they turned into a movie, but I could be wrong. I didn't research it at all. So
I didn't either. I feel like we should have, but
yeah, maybe we should have, but who cares? But anyway, so we saw a lot of people talking about Malcolm and Marie, right? And so we was already like, all right, we gotta watch that. And I think we both like the actors and stuff in it. I like Zendaya. And I like John David Washington, right? So I was like, we're gonna watch that anyway. But this is what really made us watch it. I gotta bring this up.
Go ahead.
I gotta get a couple laughs off.
Go ahead.
My brother, not my blood brother, but this is my boy. My bro, at Young Newt on Instagram, posted a long message, right? I just want to read this piece of it. And this is fitting for the pod. He's BBP alumni. You know what I mean? Bold and Blend, friend of the show. He's been on before. He stated, "This movie held a mirror to my face. And I didn't like what I saw in the reflection. I've been the man who takes his queen for granted. I've been verbally and emotionally abusive without recognizing it at times. I've hurt the person that rides for me the hardest, more times than I'd like to admit. All the while, I had the audacity to think I was one of the good ones. Kings, we hurt the women who mother our children, support our dreams, feed our ego, and make us look good." Alright, it's too long. Hold on, I gotta find a better skip. Hold on. "Our queen is the one who cooks for us so that we can be strong. The one who brings us peace after a bad day. The one who can literally shapeshift to give us a child. The one who loves us, faults and all. She is the one." This guy's good. This guy's good. I can't read the whole thing. Yeah, he goes on for another paragraph. He's good. I don't know what Velvet has done to this guy. This guy's good. So, he's funny. But he's spitting facts, though. He's spitting facts, right? So, and it's a lot of love in the comments, too. He got a lot of love. A lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Is there anybody that disagree?
A lot of people was feeling what he said. I didn't see nobody disagree. Just a lot of like, yes, King. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those. A lot of hand claps, 100s, all of that, right? So I was like, I gotta go watch this. And if it's that good, we gotta talk about it on the pod. So what we do?
We watched it.
2 hours out of my day.
I liked it because I feel like it's real life to a lot of people.
It is real life. It is real life for some people. I also feel like it was exaggerated in some parts for some people, right?
I mean, it's not exaggerated if like you're in a toxic relationship. Like when you're in a toxic relationship, it literally goes like that
all the time.
Yeah, because people can be in love and be in a toxic relationship.
I agree. So I feel like we got a lot to break down. First off, have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
No.
Never?
Mm.
Even before me?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
Would you say we're toxic?
No.
No, I don't think so either.
Have you been in a toxic relationship?
Kinda.
Hmm?
I've had girls I argue with, but the only difference is it's a big difference with toxic relationships when you live together and when you don't live together.
Yeah.
So I ain't been in a toxic, because any girl I used to argue with all the time, I wasn't living with her. So that is kind of the out. You know what I mean? When you live together, just y'all two, or even when it's not just y'all two, even if y'all got like roommates or something. Because I know people that have had roommates that fight all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's definitely a real thing. But
no, I liked how it was in black and white.
Yeah.
That was different.
I like that feel.
And then the setting, how it's in one place.
Yeah, that's different too.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's hard to act in a movie like that.
Yeah.
So I gotta give them kudos for that, because if the whole movie, almost 2 hours or hour and a half, whatever, takes place in one setting with just 2 actors for the whole movie, that's a lot of acting, and I don't think that's easy. Because it's not like other clues that people are using to pick up on. It's not other actors. Nobody else is even involved in the movie.
Yeah.
So that's big.
Overall, I feel like it was something like it's worth watching.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship or not.
So the first thing I took away from it, I got a couple of things I wrote down. Is from the very beginning, drunk arguing is the worst.
Of course.
Drunk arguing is the worst.
Of course. Well, from the beginning, from the start, I knew she had an attitude. You could just tell by her face.
You could tell, right?
Yeah.
And we've been there. Now, we can't talk about this. Drunk arguing, when you come home drunk, you can tell one person already got an attitude. And as a man, I feel them. Now, this is something I can relate to. If we just going from the very rip. As a man, when you see a woman, y'all had a night out, and you come home, and you can already tell she kind of got an attitude.
Leave her alone.
No. No. That's not
Leave me alone.
That's not how a man mind works. So a man is like, all right, she already trying to mess the night up with the attitude. If she want to go there, we can go there. I got time. Because I'm not about to, it's not about to go the way I want anyway. Like, I just want to come home, make love, go to sleep. But if you already coming in with the attitude off rip, then
that's just how a lot of females are. And I can agree with how she did that, because that's how I am. You know, when I have an attitude, I don't want to talk about it yet. I want to talk about it when I'm ready.
Yeah, but is that realistic though?
It's not, but...
Which we saw in the movie. He wasn't, like, just going to let it go.
No,
because she kept asking him, just let it go.
That's just how women are. Like, I think we want to, like...
Y'all say y'all want to let it go, but then if we don't address it, it's going to be a bigger issue.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that. But there's more. So, drunk arguing is the worst, right? Mm-hmm. What I will say is, she did come in and cook the homie a meal.
Food, yeah.
With the attitude.
I wouldn't have to do all that.
So I think that's the one part that's like kind of wild, because
she still did that.
She did come in and make him some mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. So I give her that. And that is something this movie made me realize. It's like, yo, even when our wives is mad at us because we idiots,
at the end of the day,
they do still hold us down. Because mad and all, they'll still take care of the family, cook a meal, or go buy a meal. Like, they'll still make sure everybody eats and all of that.
Yeah, there's never a time where we've argued and I've been like, no, I'm not cooking for y'all. I'm not cooking for you. I'm not doing your laundry. You do your own laundry.
Yeah, it hasn't been that. So I'll say that. That's big. and that's one thing. And that piece kind of hit at the end of the movie when she was going on her spiel about how he could at least recognize her and say thank you. Like, even after he forgot to thank her in the speech and stuff, she still came home, cooked a meal for him, or cooked some mac and cheese for him.
So that was the whole argument, or why she was mad, because
he didn't thank her in the speech to begin with.
Who is
on the biggest night of his life?
Who is the closest one to him?
Right.
Who the movie he was inspired by, right? Was her.
Yeah, it was inspired by her life, which was another thing. Was I kind of grasped that from the movie too? Is that we pull inspiration from a lot of our closest people. So like, I grab a lot of inspiration from, say, like Whitney's life or something, right? But if you don't give that person credit and you don't give them the acknowledgement they deserve, you kind of just taking from them and not telling the world where you got it from. You know what I mean?
Right, and I feel like that person would feel away. And I feel like they have a right to feel away.
Yeah, that's true. I can't argue that.
Because you would think me being the closest one to you, or me being what inspired you to do all that, you would want to thank them.
Yeah. And all right, so let me do the flip side of that though. Malcolm, in all honesty, as a man, he could have really got up there and forgot.
Yeah, because no one is perfect.
Right. That don't mean he don't love her.
Yeah.
That don't mean she's not the most important person to him. It just means that he could have forgot about it in that moment. Which also kind of reminds me, sometimes the people that are most important to you, you kind of forget about them because you kind of put them on the back burner.
Yeah.
So I don't, but he definitely should have thanked her.
Right. But what gets me is they are in a toxic relationship. Can you agree to that or no?
Yeah, I agree. What? Hey, hold on. And this is another thing. Sorry. People, they appear to be in a toxic relationship. But we also have to remember that whole movie took place in one night.
Yeah.
I think even people in good relationships have had a whole night of arguing. And then they wake up the next morning and everything is cool.
Because, like, the fact that, okay, they both keep going back and forth.
Right.
And then they'll make love. And then go back to arguing, like...
We've been there before, though. Especially in younger days, like our first place days. Rebel place days. We definitely used to argue. And then... Sometimes back... See, when you're younger, arguing sometimes adds to the love. You don't agree?
Not really.
I feel like it do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you got that passion. We too old for that now.
And then I could see why some people saying it wasn't, because they were confrontational to each other. And sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But then to me, it's a bad thing sometimes. Like, you can't be too confrontational, because then some stuff will escalate.
That's true. It's a thin line. I like how the director or whoever came up with it, they didn't have no domestic violence in there, which is good. Because that's the only thing, like, that's a movie, but in real life, when you're arguing like that, it escalates a lot of the time.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought at some points it was gonna get there, though.
Yeah. That's because that's what they made it feel like. Because
once you start getting loud and rowdy, like...
Right.
It just scares me.
So one thing that I noticed, too, in the film is that, and this is kind of what we talked about earlier, is it seems like he always put her last. Mm-hmm. Right? So he was so focused on his career, the movie he was making, focused on the critics, focused on everything.
like other successful people.
right? And it seems like he put her last. He was even. It seemed like at points more focused on um, the lead actress in his play.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name? Taylor. Yeah. It seemed like he was more focused on pleasing her, making her happy, than his own girl.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that?
I didn't like it, and I would feel the same way as her, but I could see why he did that, because she was the one acting, so of course he wants it to, or he wants like to give thanks to her because she made the movie so great, because she was a actor or whatever, or
Right.
actress.
Right. Even though the movie was about
His girlfriend.
yeah. I'm so glad that you're understanding like that. I feel like though you're not that understanding
In real life.
in real life.
I mean, I might not be, but I could see that part. I try to look on both sides, I guess, when it comes to other people, but then when it comes to me,
Yeah, when it comes to me, you don't look on both sides. Because if I had a tailor at work that I was like that with, I don't think you'd be.
nah,
You wouldn't be that cool with it.
you're right.
He did point out though he never cheated with Taylor. He did say that, and she kept saying I didn't ask you that. Which is kind of that's the kind of the setup.
Like,
that's kind of the setup. That's
Yeah.
kind of the setup. I don't know. That's kind of the setup. I feel like you didn't kind of got me like that before too. Like you would bring up a girl that I work with or something, and it could be completely innocent. Like
And the first thing you say is, I
don't like her, or I didn't do nothing like that. But I think that's just a guy natural instinct is to shoot straight to.
Or did you really?
No, because what's crazy is he's probably telling the truth. Like he never cheated with her, never did nothing with her. But that's like where we got to go to first as a guy to protect ourselves, which is kind of sad. Because like as soon as your wife or your girl start attacking you about a certain girl, we have to let it be known
That you ain't never messed with her.
yeah, like that's the first thing we got to go to. Is like we ain't never messed with her, even if that's not what you thinking. In our head, that's what y'all thinking. So we have to get that out there first. Like I ain't never messed with her. I ain't never cheated with her. I ain't never did nothing with her. So that's just something small I picked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
At the end of the day, you got anything else
Like any of your favorite parts? I think my favorite part was when she brought the knife out.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard.
Talking about her past.
Because I definitely
making it seem like she was talking about it.
I definitely thought in the knife scene that she was really like serious, like she was gonna hurt herself. And this is a spoiler alert for anybody that haven't watched it. So we'll put the name in the title. So don't watch this if you ain't watched the movie yet. But I definitely thought with the knife she was serious, like she was gonna hurt herself.
So too. Saying
But
how she wasn't okay.
right. That kind of speaks to the authenticity though that she was talking about. Like it's her real life, so of course she can tap into that
Right.
and act like it's not all good and like where's the pills? Like she wanted it to relapse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he was super concerned too. You can see it on his face.
Yeah.
And then she just flipped him the bird and told him that's how authenticity looks like. Yeah, that was good. That was good acting, man. That was good acting. My favorite part probably was her at the end. Because she kind of, like the whole movie, they kind of let him get, like they go back and forth, but they kind of let him get his stuff off.
Oh, yeah.
And then her final speech at the end just about how all he had to do was be grateful and thank her for cooking the mac and cheese and say sorry for forgetting her, and it could have all just been ended.
Right, because at the end of the day, you should give thanks to those who like contribute to your life.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely your partner.
Right.
At minimum. And I know that's something I'm guilty of. I've given thanks to other people, like I feel like people have an impact on my life, right? Whether it's like a parent, a mentor, whatever, right? And you'll sometimes thank them more for your success than you'll thank your own partner, who's
Yeah,
there,
I'm guilty of that too.
who's there with you every day, who, in reality, like I know I wouldn't have none of my success without you.
I think it's it's not normal, but like when you're in a relationship, it's like just because they're so close to you and you're with them all the time, so like it could just be back here.
Yeah,
Like it goes
to the
over
back
your
of your
head.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. And that's what we were speaking on earlier. Like,
You don't
because
value.
you don't value something. In this movie, Malcolm clearly didn't value her the way that he should have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing with most, and this is kind of what Nick was talking about too. I think that's the thing with most men and their woman. We don't really value y'all the way we should, right? And that could be because the way we was raised. That could be because of society. That could be a lot of reasons. And I think one reason, a lot of dudes think they could find another woman that could do the same thing, right? And that's not necessarily true. Like, I know I could always find another woman that looked good or something, but all the extra stuff that you bring to the relationship that makes me a better person, that would be hard to find. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so when she's going off, and that's why I think my favorite part is her thing at the end, when she's going off about how good she makes him look and how much she helps him and how much even after like he embarrasses her that she still has his back, comes home, like makes him some food and does all of that. The least he could do is just say thank you. And you know, I like the part where she says like you could recognize that it's not easy, basically.
Right.
The role she plays, and I was like, dang, that's a lot to chew if you think about it. Because like even if we take us for example, looking at your role, I know it's not easy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it looks easy.
Right.
Even if it looks easy. So even like for a long time, I used to think, man, with a stay-at-home mom, life is good, life is easy. But then I gotta realize all the work you gotta do as a stay-at-home mom, all the work I'm not willing to do with the kids and stuff.
Right.
And then how good you make our family look as a unit. And then on top of that, not just the work you do in making us look good, but all the stuff you have to sacrifice in order to play that role. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In this movie, she had to sacrifice her career, her acting, everybody thinking she's just a model and stuff. In your life, you have to sacrifice a career, having a job with people, you know, normal adult stuff. Like a lot of people want to have a job.
Right.
You know?
So I was gonna ask you, do you think he got what she was saying?
As far as what?
Because like in the first 15 minutes, she did say, he didn't thank her in the speech. Like, did you think he got it then, or towards the end?
Nah, I don't think he got it. Most guys don't get it because we don't see the deeper meaning. Him, I think in the beginning he was just thinking,
That's not
all
done.
of this is just about a speech. Like, you this mad over a speech? Like, you know I love you. Why do you care so much about saying thank you in one speech?
So basically, we gotta like get it out of y'all.
That's a fact. I think. I mean, or I think this movie shows girls have to enlighten their dude to the real meaning or the real reason why they mad or feel a certain way. Because the real reason wasn't just a speech. The real reason was she felt undervalued, underappreciated, and all of that stuff, right? And he was mad, verbally abusive in some parts.
I agree.
But I think that's just a reflect. That's what a man does when he don't know how to express himself, because he don't really know why you mad. Like if he really knew why she was mad at the beginning, he probably wouldn't have said half of that hurtful stuff that he said. You know what I mean?
Talking about all his past
Yeah,
relationships.
that was a little wild.
Yeah.
That was a little wild. But it's really not that wild.
But we don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Why would we want to hear it?
Y'all do that too, though.
Yeah, overall, I think it was good to see or watch.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie. It's a good tool for people in an early relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good example of what you don't want your relationship to be.
Well, not even an early relationship too. It could be in a long relationship, because I feel like the longer you guys are together, that's when you
argue more
and just forget, or not, like, just to not think
right
that person.
I do love how in the end it just ends with them like waking up and just standing outside together type. Because that's real too. You can have a long night of arguing and then the next morning just be like, it is what it is. Like, this is us.
Yeah.
And there's some respect in that. And I mean, a lot of people paint such a negative picture of toxic relationships. And they're not good. You shouldn't be in a toxic relationship. But at the same time,
you're going to have arguments.
You're going to have arguments. And you got to be careful just not to label your relationship toxic because y'all argue. If nobody's being physically hurt, if nobody's being verbally, like there was some verbal abuse in that movie, but if nobody's being hurt and y'all really love each other, I wouldn't be quick to just label my relationship toxic because we like to argue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people only argue about stuff they care about. That is one thing to remember. If you got a spouse that never wants to argue with you, because I mean, I'm that's me. I'm normally the person that's like, I ain't finna argue. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'll walk away, or be like, I ain't finna sit here and argue. This is stupid. But at the same time, I realize sometimes I have to argue.
Yeah, because if you don't, then I feel like
you don't care.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, don't always shy away from the argument. Sometimes the argument helps.
It does. Because then you can get it over.
Off your chest.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not let it build up and then y'all have another spill.
Yeah. Because in any relationship, I noticed, if you don't get it off your chest, you start building like resentment towards that person. So there's some stuff, even like any type of relationship, friend, coworker, mentor, any of that stuff, if they say stuff that makes you feel a certain way and you don't get it off your chest, it just makes you build resentment towards that person.
And I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I think we all guilty of that. Even parents and kids, a lot of kids have so much stuff they want to say to their parents their whole life and they couldn't. And so when they get older, they just have so much resentment build up towards their parents that they don't even talk to their parents no more. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, well, I don't like them and I got 20 years worth of reasons why, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna
this just shows that like relationships, period, whether it's a love relationship, a relationship with your family, your friends, it's not easy.
No, it's not. It's not easy at all. So go watch that. Go catch that movie.
It's definitely worth watching.
Definitely worth watching. I'm impressed with the movies that's been coming out lately.
On Netflix too, though.
Netflix, HBO Max. We watched The Little Things. That was good too.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of good movies coming out, and I've been trying. I was heavy on before, like the whole I don't have time to watch that stuff. Like I got stuff to do, but at the end of the day, you got to give yourself a break, at least an hour a day to, enjoy life. So, anything else?
Nope. Comment down below.
Comment down below. Subscribe.
If y'all have watched it and what y'all think about it.
Our girls, comment, subscribe, please. Our girls on their YouTube channel, they always be like, comment down below. You got 5 seconds.
what else did it say? Hit the notification bell, whatever.
Yeah, hit the bell for notification. I was like, how do y'all know all this? We should start saying that at the beginning, though, right? But until next time.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening.
boldandblend.com.
New stuff out.
Follow us on Instagram.
@boldandblend.
@boldandblend. Follow us on Facebook.
what is it? The Bold and Blend.
Or the
Got a
Bold
lot
and
of
Blend
stuff.
podcast. Yeah, follow us on Twitter, Bold and Blend. We're trying to make everything Bold and Blend.